Hello there, friends and followers, and welcome to this live stream. This is Q8 Pilot. I want to welcome you to this stream today. We are taking a look at the SSG Boeing 747 2.5 beta. The developer was gracious enough to provide me with a copy to showcase here on the channel, and I'll tell you all about my thoughts on this beta, the version 2.5. Welcome DT297 Drishal. Hello, my friend. Welcome Razer Cortex. Thank you very much, sir. Glad you're with us tonight. J340. Hello, my friend. Virtual Voyage. Hello, and welcome to this live stream. Luller Pilot. Hello. Good evening, my friend. And we've got also Trusty Gamer. Greetings from Canada, Q8. Been a long time, sup. But this is the first stream of yours live, been able to catch live. Looking forward to it, and likewise, I'm very glad to have you with us on Streamfly Simulation. Hello, my friend, and welcome. Scotty Bob, hello and welcome. Captain Guillaume, hello, my friend, and welcome. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Daza, hello, my friend, and welcome. Good evening to you. We've got Marca, we've got Benicio Kona. Hello, my friend. I hope I said your name correctly. Misael Mendez, hello, my friend, and welcome. Fig, hello. Bill Barrett, hello, my friend. Hamza, hello, my friend. Raul Rodriguez, welcome to the stream. We've got Arlie and Ziad as well. Hello, guys, and welcome to this live stream. Folks, SSG is sponsoring the giveaway today, and the developer was gracious enough to offer 2 copies of the SSG Boeing 747-8, the Queen of the Sky. And speaking of the Queen, just take a look at this. This is the SSG 747 in the beautiful Delta livery. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be flying from Denver International Airport to Salt Lake City, Utah, in the United States of America. Now, for your viewing pleasure, what I've done is I have installed Fork Boys orthos for our entire route from Denver to Salt Lake City, and it should be an it should be an interesting flight. And I'm really looking forward to showing you the interior of this aircraft. The exterior is looking pretty good, and this is actually it is an exact replica. It's a very authentic replica of the Boeing 747, and I really like the fact that the developer takes on the feedback and the constructive criticism to further improve the aircraft, and really look for feedback to enhance the overall experience of us flight simmers. So I do give him a lot of credit for everything that he has done so far. And if we look very quickly here at the exterior view, you can look at the texturing here of the landing gear, for example. The engine, just look at the beautiful engine there, just really brilliant. And the wing, from underneath the wing, you can see again all the details. Beautiful texturing, nice views here. If you're a content creator, again, I think you will enjoy this aircraft. But now, let's hop into the cockpit. And this is the 747 cockpit. And I think the texturing is done to an acceptable standard. Very nice overhead panel work. And again, nice scratches there on the FMC. And let's see here, this is the iPad, but overall, I think the texture work is done quite well. Again, guys, it's not the highest fidelity possible, but I think it's to a point where I can actually recommend this aircraft. It looks good, it feels very immersive. Sitting in the cockpit, it is very representative of the Boeing 747 the way we know it. It looks very much similar to it, and I do like the details on the displays. I do like the scratches and all that good stuff. I think they've done quite a bit if you look at the earlier versions of this aircraft. And you look at the texture work now, I think it's done quite well. Major improvements over the years, really, with the SSG. Is this aircraft a study level? I know the question is going to be asked. The answer is no, it is not study level. It's not, but I think it reasonably resembles the Boeing 747, and it's got good depiction of the aircraft systems, but not everything is simulated, obviously. So it is, I think, I would say, somewhere, it's a balanced aircraft in terms of the depth of system simulation, but I will tell you that it's very enjoyable to fly. And a friend of mine who happens to be a retired 747 pilot tried this aircraft and said that it actually flies like a 747. The feel of it, when you turn, and the takeoff speeds and the performance is very similar to the 747. So what we're going to be doing today, folks, we are going to be, if you're just joining the stream, welcome, Steve1927, welcome. And we've got also Gabor. Hello, Aspen. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to go to the. I do like this electronic, it's not an electronic flight bag, but rather a tablet to set up your payload and things like that. You can set the states from cold and dark, and we've seen this, I think, in the previous version as well, 2.4. Whatever. All right, so we are going to head over here. We can now open all, close all. We can, say on gate, which we are. And if you say you're on gate, it will open all the doors on the other side as well for the ground services to service the aircraft. Ground power, we'll leave it for now. Let's go ahead and look at payload. Payload today, 88.4. So let's say 88, 85, no, 85 is good. Let's clear that. Let's do it one more time. 88, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 88? All right, so, and we're going to say load. And you can see this now in real time, loading the aircraft with the payload. Next is the fuel. And the projected fuel today is 44.4, so we'll round this up. We'll say 46. Let's see here, 46, and load. And that's, of course, times 1,000, so that's 46,000 pounds of fuel. We're loading lots of fuel, lots of fuel. See, the far end of the wing is going to be empty, but this is sufficient for our short flight into Salt Lake City, Utah. Ricardo, hello, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the developer of the SSG 747 live with us in chat. If you have any questions, please do send the questions directly to Ricardo. Ricardo, thank you very much, sir, for joining this live stream. And I hope that you enjoy it and you enjoy the interaction. And as I've indicated in the beginning, folks, SSG has graciously sponsored a giveaway. They're giving away 2 copies of the SSG Boeing 747 to the Q8 Pilot channel subscribers. So welcome aboard, and thanks again, Ricardo, for being here. All right, so now we have our fuel, and by the way, you can go here to the settings menu, and you can set your the sounds and what have you. You get the FPS here, so we're getting pretty decent FPS. And then from the settings menu, you have fast IRS alignment. You can hide the yoke and do all that good stuff. You can put the tablet on the first officer side as well, and set the nav display heading up. We are good to start, so let's head over to the overhead panel. And from the overhead panel, we're going to turn on the battery. And we are going to put the standby power on auto, turn on the utilities, and let's go ahead and fire up the APU. We're going to wait for the APU to start, but in the meantime, let me just show you again the exterior of this aircraft. Now you can see all the doors. You can open all the doors, and you can get ground services to come and service the aircraft. I really like the modeling of this aircraft. Just really looks like the beauty, you know, the queen herself. Just really beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. And we have gotten David White. David White has become a member. Welcome to the Q8 Pilot VVIP membership, my friend. Thank you very much for your support. Appreciate it. Mohammed, hello, my friend, and welcome. MFDC3, good morning from Colorado. I think it's the first time I catch a live stream. Well, welcome aboard, my friend. All right, so let's head back over to the cockpit. It looks like the APU is available, so we're going to turn on the APU, and let's put these pumps on auto, and emergency light is already armed. We can turn on the fuel pumps. There we go. We're going to turn all of these on, and we're going to turn on the APU. We'll leave the packs for now, and let's set up the FMS or the FMC. Nav lights can go on, and we're good there. All right, let's go to the FMC and position in it. We are at Kilo Delta Echo November, or Colorado, and we need to set the ADIRS to nav mode, and this is done now. And we're going to copy the current GPS position, our location, and go to the route. This is Denver, Colorado, going to Salt Lake City, Utah. And let's see here. Kilo Sierra Lima Charlie, and we are Delta 2563, and we're going to enter that there. And we have a new subscriber with us today, Zephy. Hello, and welcome to the Q8 Pilot channel. Ricardo, first need to configure the fuel system to this amount of fuel. I think I've already set the fuel. Is there something else I need to do? All right, so let's activate that and execute, and then we are gonna go to let me see here. What did I want to do? I want to go to the route. So we're going to go to the next page. We're going to go to the departure. We are departing today runway 17 right, according to our flight plan. And we're doing so through the Zimmer 3, I believe. So let's take a look here at our flight plan real quick. It's the Zimmer 3 indeed. That's the one there, and through the Chingy transition. That's a weird name for a transition, but there we go. All right, so we're going to select that, and then we're going to go to the next page, route. Yeah, and now we can go to the next page. Now we can see this. Then we're going to fly direct to Acre, or Echo Kilo Romeo. Turn over main 2 left and main 3 right pumps. Let's see there. Main 3. Let me see here. Turn over main 2 left and main 2, 3 right pumps. So we don't need the override ones. Is that what we're saying here? So those go off. Those are already on, or is it this one here? Well, I know those overrides are normally turned off after we depart. Or is it this one here? All right, let's see. Turn on main 2 left and main 3 right pumps. Oh, turn off. Okay, so those go off. Okay, gotcha. All right. So we are the Chingy transition, yeah, this is our transition out of the SID. Then we're going to fly direct to Echo Kilo Romeo, and then, ladies and gentlemen, it's our star into Salt Lake City through the Lee 5 star, and we're doing an ILS runway 16 right. So we are done here. We're going to go to the arrival. And we are going to select the Lee 5, this one here, through the Echo transition. And we're going to select ILS runway 16 right, which is this one here. And I don't think that we need a transition there, so we're going to execute that. Go to the route. Let's go to the legs page and make sure there are no discontinuities. There is one there, so let's clear that and execute. And now we have the FMC ready. You need that, the tanks 1 and 4 plus less than main 2 and 3. Has the system been improved? Talking about the navigation. Yes, I believe so. We'll take a look at that in a minute. All right, let me just finish up here and then let me take a look at this. So if we put here the plan, it's going to put our 0 fuel. And I believe for the reserve fuel, let's see here, for the reserve, we've got about 16. So we're going to put that there. Cruise altitude today is 360, and we're going to punch that in, and cost index is 25. Step size, 2,000. Thrust limit, we're going to derate our takeoff since we're flying really, really light today. And then we're going to go to takeoff, and we're going to say flaps 10 for departure, and we're going to set our speeds there. We've got a trim of 6.8. All right, let's take a look here. So this is the main, this is the override. They're both off, and we have the main here, and the overrides are off. I hope this is the correct configuration. I'm doing very well, Hart. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you. MC Crewfish, hello. 16 is too much. The FMC will ask you to place this fuel on tanks. Oh, is it? Okay, let's head back here to the FMC. And it says insufficient fuel. So let's go to performance. We're going to say 5 then. Here, there we go. All right, take off and take off. Thrust limit. Looks like all is good now. All right, let's check our flight plan real quick and make sure everything's good. All right, so if we look here, and I'm going to switch this to plan. This looks exactly, I'll show you guys in a minute, just if you're wondering. So this is our flight path, and we're just going to follow the path through. This is the top of descent, and this is our approach into Utah. Some funny things there. Looks like there's another discontinuity here. Good thing we caught it. Let's go next. All right, we're going to select this one, put it there, and execute. And now we've got the correct. It's good that we did this so we can see what's going on. All right, this is now pretty much looking like the approach charts that I have, and I'll show you this in just 1 second. All right, let's go back to map, and all's looking good there. Hello, Kaya from Turkey, welcome. Yes, fuel now. Yes, Ricardo, thank you very much, sir. And we've got the approval from Ricardo. Ladies and gentlemen, we are cleared now, and we can get things started. Perfect. All right. Let's go to the thrust limit and take off one more time. I just want to note v2.5. So we're going to set this to 159. 159 is set. Let's turn on our flight directors on both sides. Perfect. And we're going to put this guy here on VNAV. So we've got our cruise altitude and all that good stuff. Flying Delta SSG, yup. Which plugin adds those background airport sounds? So there are two things. One is, by the way, this is a beautiful airport by Xcoder, Denver International. The link is in chat command. But if you actually go in here, you will hear the sounds inside the terminal. So the sounds here are terminal sounds. But the outside is XP realistic. It's got the ambience, sound ambience. So you can set it for international airport or a regional airport. And you can hear that ARM, VNAV, LNAV, absolutely. LNAV and VNAV are both engaged. And we'll make sure auto brake is on rejected takeoff. And we are now ready to do our check here. Everything looks good. Let's go ahead and turn on our beacon. Our beacon lights are now turned on. And you will see that the jetway now moves away from the aircraft. And we are going to make sure that we also head back over here and close all the doors. So we're going to say close all doors. And we're going to set the parking brake. And we're going to remove the chocks. There we go. Now I'm getting real excited. It's an exciting aircraft. The Boeing 747 is such an iconic aircraft. And I think for X-Plane, we've had the SSG for the longest time. And with these improvements, folks, and by the way, it's on discount right now. It's on sale at the org store. I checked before the stream. And I think it's gotten to the point where it's an aircraft that I would recommend. It's a really joyful aircraft to fly. It's a lot of fun. And it's got that feel of a heavy aircraft, a 747, with very powerful 4 engines. And of course, we've got the classic as well. Oh, we've got the electronic checklist. All right, let's take a look at that. So where is it in here? Let's see. Oh, no. Did I reset everything? Please tell me I didn't reset everything. Okay, good. All right, good. All right, so it looks like there is, normally the checklist is here. Oh, there we go. So oxygen, so how do we mark this as complete? Let's get over here and see. Pre-flight. So where do we start this from? I'm not sure. This is by far my favorite cargo plane. It shows the size and you feel that you're in a massive airplane. I really would like for them to work more on the cabin for the passenger version. Just love it, absolutely. Is this frame heavy Q8? No, it's not really. I don't think that it's very frame heavy. I mean, let's take a look. What am I getting now? I'm getting about 40 frames or so. So I think it's okay. It's not too bad. Kind of similar to the Zibo, if you ask me. Cursor control. Where do we get that from? Is it something you need to test it? All right, let's go ahead and plan our pushback, and then we'll worry about the better pushback, start pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
All right, let me just show you guys. We're going to set the aircraft here.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right, let me take a quick note of our altimeter, altimeter 3020. So we're going to come here and set that 3020. All right, 3020 is set and cross-checked. And we're going to set our altitude to the final altitude today of 36,000 feet. Come on. There we go. 36,000 feet is now set. Perfect. Under the MCDU.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
let's see here. Ricardo, I'm not really sure where to look. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Right, so this is pre-flight. And, you can, looks like you can go there. Select. And then what do we do with the next one? If we want to go to the next checklist.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, so check, check. I'm not sure what it's doing. All right, well, let's go ahead and push back out of our position. You must check the mask oxygen. Oh, is it? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that this is now simulated in the... oh, how cool is that? All right, fly deck door is closed and locked. Well, obviously it's not. Let's make sure that all the doors are closed. It's the flight deck door. So let's take a look here. We need to make sure it's locked, and we can lock it here. So that's done. And passenger signs is turned on. Auto, MCP, V2 heading, all of that good stuff is already set. And takeoff speeds are set. CDU pre-flight completed. Trim units 0 and 0. Let's see, taxi and takeoff briefing is completed, and the beacon is on. Before start checklist is complete, and we'll wait for the before taxi checklist. Brilliant. Thank you very much for that, Ricardo. That's really, this aircraft is definitely, a lot of development has gone into this aircraft, folks. And really, Ricardo, just right before you joined the stream, I was telling the subscribers here and my friends and my followers about the fact that you took a lot of feedback and a lot of constructive criticism and turned it back into the aircraft and really made it better, and you brought a lot of improvements to the aircraft, and I do have a lot of respect for that, and I do really commend you and give you a lot of credit for all the hard work that you've done with this aircraft. Keep getting better and better. And all right, so we're good here. We are ready to push back. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
All right, we're going to set this to 170. And let's see here, 170. I think it's 169 to be exact. That's the runway heading. And let's go ahead and turn on the fuel. We're going to turn the fuel for all engines, and we're going to begin with the engine number 1, or actually number 4. There we go. Engine number 4 is now spooling. All right, perfect. All right, let's see here. What yoke joystick do you use? I'm using the Alpha Flight Control for this flight. Now, what I wanted to show you guys is this. So this is our taxi for runway 17 right. We were at position Charlie 46. We're heading over to runway 17 right here. And if we look at the departure, this is our departure out of Denver. So we're going to make an immediate turn to intercept the flight path. And this is our arrival into, as you can see, this is exactly what we saw in the FMC, the flight plan. So it's all spot on in terms of really drawing the flight plan on the display. And as you can see, this is all the information there for our flight. All right, so we're good there. And let's remove that. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and start engine number 1. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, Look at that. Isn't she gorgeous? The queen of the skies, the Boeing 747. You can see the engine number 1 is now spooling. First start, then after some N2, increase the cutoff fuel one. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Ricardo. Well, thanks for that. Just look at that wing view. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. Alrighty. Alright, so then we will do the correct procedure. Thanks, Ricardo, for the tip. So we're going to turn these off. And we have the 2 engines there. So we're going to turn engine number 3. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to start number 3. We wait for the engine to spool. And then we give it a little bit of fuel. All right, we are good there. Let's go ahead and give it some fuel. Yeah. Looking good. I really like the night lighting as well. We'll see that as we depart Denver on our way to Salt Lake City. We'll play with the time a little bit so you guys can see the really beautiful lighting for the cockpit. And I think when you do like an approach at dusk now with the 747, with the SSG 747, it looks just fantastic. Really is fantastic. I do apologize, guys, for my voice. I'm not feeling very well today, so I do apologize for that. I think we can go ahead and start the
operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
All right, let's go ahead and set the parking brake. Parking brake is set, and
disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Perfect. Select the engine on the display measure. You can see the N2. Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. Let's see, where is it? There. Let's see, where is engine? Engine. Is it down here? Where is it? Electrical. Gee, what's wrong with me today? All right, let's disconnect. Let's give it power. Give it fuel. I forgot to change the weather. I'm sorry. We are using X-Plane default weather today, and the X-Vision with the Nordic Stream preset.
And bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time, and have fun up there.
All right. So if we come here and check before taxi checklist, NTIs, recall checked, auto brake, RTO, flight controls are checked, ground equipment is clear. And the before takeoff checklist is complete. And the only thing we need for the before takeoff is flaps. And we're doing flaps 10 today. No, that's the correct. Yep, flaps 10. And just want to check one thing here. I think the trim was 6.8. So we need to check that. All right, let's see here. Come on. All right, 6.7 is close enough. That's fine. All right. Okay. And flaps are set. Let's see here. Just look at that. I mean, I love to look at the flaps. Just look at that. Beautiful, beautiful looking aircraft. Nice sounds as well. All right. So we are now ready. So this is also checked before takeoff. Checklist is complete. And next one is after takeoff. All right, so we'll leave those alone for the moment. And let's see. Are you using live traffic? I am using global traffic or traffic global by Just Flight in this flight. On the display manager, you can see the N2 rising. Yeah. All right, folks, we are ready to head over to the runway. So we're going to turn on the runway turn off lights and the taxi lights. Beacons is good. Everything's good here. So we're good to go. We're going to put this on the legs page. And what else do I want to do? I want to put the weather on this side, and we're going to put the terrain on the other side. No, here, terrain. And we're good to go. Perfect. Right, parking brake released. We need the packs. Hang on one second. There we go. Packs are turned on, and APU is off, and APU is off here, and now we're good to go. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and give it some power. And just look at that wing view. Wow, look at that. Let me just hit the brakes a little bit. Whoa, look at that. Just really beautiful looking aircraft. Wow. Tor Avox, hello my friend. What are you trying to test, my friend? M16 driver, hello my friend, welcome. And just as a reminder for your viewing pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, I have installed Forkboy's orthos for our entire route from Denver to Salt Lake City. And this is the runway 17 right. So landing lights are on. And strobe lights are on as well. Wing lights, that's fine.
Approaching 17 right.
Oh yes. You have got to love this aircraft. The way the 747 just has a really incredible look to it. Very, very majestic. I think the only aircraft that gives me the same feel is the Airbus A380. Just really a wonderful aircraft. Different than mine's 400. Police system is almost full automatic, then you don't need to turn on the normal operations. Oh. All right, so we are ready for takeoff, and let's arm the auto throttle. Auto throttle is now armed, and let's go. And toga. Not sure if Togo is engaged. Now it's engaged. But it looks like it went to full thrust. That's probably my settings on the
80
yoke.
knots.
80 knots set, checked.
V1.
Rotate.
Rotate. V2.
Positive rate of climb. Gears going up. Looks like we hit the tail strike, looks like.
Caution, terrain.
Not sure what's going on, but looks like we're okay. That's the flight path right there. And what we want to do is intercept it. Whoa, look at that. Looks like the bank angle. Right, we're getting speed now up. That was a bad piloting skills on my part. Light speed check, flaps 5. And speed check, flaps 1. And flaps up. Now we can VNAV, LNAV and VNAV, and we can go to autopilot command. And things now should be stable. I think there is a restriction. And the aircraft is doing what it's supposed to do. Just look at that beautiful wing view. That's just fantastic. Right, we are at 10,000 feet. Let's increase the range a little bit here. And we can turn off the landing lights. And runway turn off lights as well. And we can do the after takeoff checklist is done. And the next one would be the descent checklist. So we'll worry about that later on. There is a restriction, as you can see here. We need to be below 10,000. And then we'll begin our climb right at Ralphie. So we should be fine right after that. Speed is good. No worries there as far as speed is concerned. We're going to set our heading bug. Oh, come on. I hate it when it does that. Alright, let's do this. Oh, come on. Alright, there we go. Above 10,000 feet, and the aircraft is now going to climb to our cruise altitude. Antonio, hello my friend. When is this update getting released? I have no clue, but maybe Ricardo can let us know. The right way is press toga after 50%. Oh, okay. That's probably I got, you know, I got this kind of a less than perfect takeoff, if you will. FMC message. What does the FMC tell us? Not on intercept heading. Ah, that's previous message. Okay, that's fine. All right, we are now climbing to our cruise altitude of 36,000 feet, and everything's looking good. When we are close to Salt Lake City, what we'll do is we'll change the time a little bit and take a look at the night lighting, which I think is great. By the way, we should have started the clock. Clock is now started. Yeah, definitely, Ricardo. We need to give attention to the message, absolutely. I think initially when LNAV turned off, we were not on the heading. So Antonio super chatted $199. Sir, thank you very much for your kind support. Really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. Could you explain what's the difference between trans altitude and trans light level? You know what? I read this in, I read it, but if you Google it, you'll get it. I honestly don't remember what is the difference between the two. But yeah, you definitely, if you Google it, you'll be able to find it. There's some fantastic view right there. Oh, I gotta love that view. Just look at that. Fork Boy has done really a good job with the ortho photos, and this is what we're using in this stream. It's quite huge, though. About 140 gigs for both Salt Lake or for Utah and Denver, but the results are fantastic. All right, folks, we are now climbing through 18,000 for 36,000 feet. Jacob, hello, my friend. Welcome, Steel C. Welcome. This plane has evolved a lot since 2.0. Absolutely, sir. I do agree with you. And I will tell you now that the aircraft actually is an enjoyable aircraft. Many of the issues, altimeter settings, 18,000 feet, as a bear reference set to standard. A lot has gone into this aircraft. It's really come a long way, and it is in a state where I can definitely recommend it. And yeah, I think it keeps improving, and that's very important for me when I recommend aircraft. See, folks, it's very important that the developers remain active with their projects. And another project that is very active is the McKnight, and I haven't looked at the latest development, so I am going to probably at some point re-download it and take a look at it and see if it's worth another look or not. But definitely the SSG 747 is an aircraft that I would recommend. At the price, it's on sale right now, but the price isn't an issue for what the aircraft does. And being probably the only 747-8 in X-Plane. So definitely, again, we've seen that the developer keeps adding to the aircraft, keeps improving it, and yeah, it's in a state where it does receive my recommendation. Mr. Don, hello, my friend. I'm doing very well. How are you? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Would you recommend this aircraft to do transatlantic flights? Yeah, why not? Let's do a flyby, folks. Oh, just look at that. The sands maybe can use a little bit of improvement, but nonetheless, it's just really a fantastic looking aircraft. And again, I didn't know, by the way, that it's it had the electronic checklist, which is a nice feature. And thank you, Ricardo, for pointing that out. I think it's a really nice feature. Louis, hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. I did a 12-hour flight in it. Wow. Did they add wing flex? You know what? I have no clue if it's got wing flex. It should. Let's see here. It's hard to say. Well, we'll come to find out when we land the aircraft for sure. Oh, that's just a fantastic looking view as we climb to our cruise altitude. Yeah, it has wing flex. All right. Can you please make a short cabin tour when reaching top of climb? Absolutely. And by the way, they did work on the cabin as well. So the passenger cabin has also been revamped, and I think it's starting to look a lot better. I don't necessarily, guys, care too much about passenger cabins because I don't really spend any time there. But yeah, I understand that a lot of you guys like to go and wander around the cabin, which is something I do understand. But guys, this is really something I really have a lot of appreciation for. Where the aircraft has gone is somewhere where I definitely have a lot of appreciation for. Definitely an aircraft that is it's been in the making for a very long time, by the way. And SSG is one of the early developers for the platform as well. Back in the flight deck, we are at 30,000 for 36,000. Everything is looking good. And I think we can go ahead and do a cabin tour if that's what you guys want. Let's come over here. And what I'll do is I'll just come over here, go all the way to the go right there. All right. So this is the cabin, and this looks like economy class. Again, not, high fidelity, nothing like the I&I builds, for example, but, very representative of a passenger cabin. And you will be very pleased to know that the business class has also been modeled. So if we come here, there you go. You have the business class fully modeled. Non-interactive cabin, but nonetheless, it's there. And of course, we have also first class here is also modeled. I'm not sure if this is an this looks like first class. And then if we go to the upper deck, there we go. There we go. Now this looks really cool. This looks really nice. Yeah. So I think it's. I think it is very, very reasonable in terms of the passenger cabin, and you want to keep the frames high again. So it's a balance between the eye candy and the performance. So I think this looks actually pretty good. Yeah, the sand around the cabin is pretty cool. Gotta love that. Ooh, look at that. Just really, this is, ladies and gentlemen, our cruise altitude. And this is top of descent, so we're not too far from top of descent. In fact, if I look here, if we go to VNAV, it will tell us that we are 176 nautical miles from top of descent, not too far. We should reach our destination shortly. So in the meantime, we can enjoy this flight. And folks, if you have any questions for the developer, Ricardo is with us tonight. And again, thank you very much for being with us, Ricardo. Same into the cockpit, you can hear the difference if you are in front or in the back of the cockpit. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that's impressive. That is really impressive. Guys, have you taken notice, guys? So if you come here, you hear the sounds, and if you go back, oh, that's just cool. Guys, look at this cockpit. Look at that. That's just really fantastic. Very nice looking cockpit. Very, very representative of the Boeing 748. Brilliant. Brilliant. I didn't know that. Wow. I love those details. I just absolutely adore those details. Wish I could afford it. Well, if you stick around, you might just be the lucky winner of one of 2 copies provided courtesy of SSG for the Q8 Pilot channel, subscribers, members, and followers, and dear friends. You know, Steele, the reason I think people get hung up on cabins is because for most flight simmers, we are actually passengers. So we are actually passengers on aircraft, and so I think for them it's very important to get things from their perspective. For sure, the perspective of the pilot is really the name the name of the game here, and the cockpit has to be, in my view, the cockpit has to be well modeled, well textured. It's got to have immersive sounds. Visually, it has to really have that eye candy. The cabin, for me, it doesn't really matter too much, but I think for a lot of people, that is the perspective that they are used to. So being a passenger, sitting in a passenger seat, looking out the window is what people wants to see. It's kind of like, you know, when you start the flight sim, the first time I started to explain what did I do, I typed in Kuwait International because that's my home country, and I wanted to go and see if it's modeled. This is kind of the same thing, when it's very nostalgic for people. They want to recreate that experience in the flight simulator. So I mean, that's my take on it, and I think people are it's a justifiable cause for wanting to have fully modeled cabin and something that they can enjoy and sit back while the aircraft and cruise and look out the window in the virtual world. Yeah. Let's see here. Gregory, hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. How does it compare to the PMDG? No, I mean, look, first of all, this isn't the PMDG aircraft, and PMDG is, it's on a different level, both in terms of the system simulation, the depth of system simulation, and the price as well. I mean, the 7.4 for the PMDG 7.4 is not a cheap add-on to own, so I don't think you can compare the two. But for the price of this aircraft, definitely I recommend it. A beautiful aircraft to fly, very, very enjoyable. And again, I do apologize for my voice today, not feeling too well. There is nothing compared to PMDG, but there is no PMDG next line. That is exactly right, Ricardo. Very well said. And yeah, I mean, they don't compare. They just simply, PMDG is just something else. It's something on a different level completely. All right, we're looking good, 36,000 feet, and not too far from our top of descent. If we look down here, and well, let's see here. Let me put it on this side. VNAV, about 139 nautical miles for top of descent. I do like the displays, by the way. So I do like the sharpness of the display. And as we approach Salt Lake City, we'll change the time a little bit, or maybe right after landing, we'll change the time so you guys can see, you know, the night lighting, which I think is fantastic. I think it's done very well on this aircraft. It is absolutely unfair to compare it. I totally agree. Different platform, different price range, different companies. It's just, yeah. Do they pop out those? No, they don't. I'm not sure if you can pop the... No, it looks like you cannot pop the displays out. But, you know, the thing is in X-Plane, it's very easy to set up views. So just go to the view that you like. For example, I have the overhead panel here, and then the FMC, and then you can do the same, you know, for your, you know, you can do one for your display. So you can just zoom in like that and create a view, and then you can easily access that view if that's what you choose to do. Some external views for you guys, and I'll tell you, it looks fantastic. Really looks fantastic. And we have Mert Ozen has been a member of the Q8 Pilot channel for 6 months. Mert, thank you very much, sir, for your support. Really appreciate it. That's very kind of you, and thank you for your continued support. By pressing F8. F8. Ah, there we go. How cool is that? Okay. I didn't know that. Left McDo. Oh, that's cool. F8 and Alt. So let's try L. F8. Oop. I have that assigned to something else. Oopsie. But F8 works. Mert, thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate it. I'm looking for a buttery landing today. I think we have been quite successful, folks, in the last 5 streams or so. I've been having those really buttery landings. I think it's just really practice, nothing else really. And understanding really the threshold zone, the touchdown zone, and where you need to land the aircraft. You watch your speed, you know, all that, and then a lot of practice is what really gets you to, you know, getting those buttery landings. What are your thoughts on X-Plane 12? Going to be great, especially for aircraft developers. Well, I'm probably one of the most excited folks on the planet for X-Plane 12. And I've always said from day one when Microsoft Flight Simulator released, I said you can always bet on Laminar Research. And those guys are great, really. I appreciate their determination, I appreciate their commitment, and I appreciate the fact that they believe in themselves, and they are a great bunch of folks, if you ask me, and they have this sense of family to the team, and I do watch a lot of their streams, and I think Austin Myers is a fantastic leader. He was able to really build X-Plane and continue to improve it, and today it is still, in my view, one of the best flight simulation platforms available, hands down. The flight model in X-Plane is something that is unmatched to date, and I do appreciate a lot. Based on what I've seen from all the footage, I think Aviation Lads have done a fantastic trailer of the A330 in X-Plane 12, and I was just mesmerized looking at all the features and the refraction, the ground refraction, and the wetness, and the trees, the movement of the trees, and it's just really mind-blowing to see all that in X-Plane. And of course, it's still going to have, it's not going to have satellite imagery, but again, I'm sure orthos will always be an option for X-Plane. Fundamentally, if it works in Vulcan, it should work in X-Plane 12. So orthos is, I'm not sure if they're changing, the technology behind how their mesh and terrain and all that stuff works, but I am quite hopeful that we will see something that is going to be wow. And from what I've seen so far in the videos, I think it's wow. So yeah, I am really just waiting for X-Plane 12 to come out and start doing videos in X-Plane 12. TOLUS products or any other will be ready to use. We may wait a little time to fly with XP12. Well, Mert, the news I have is that all products will be backward compatible. So that means that anything that works today in X-Plane 11 with Vulcan metal should work in X-Plane 12. But that remains to be seen. Of course, a few tweaks may need to to be affected in order to make things work in the new platform, but that's the word I have, is that everything's going to be backward compatible, and it's going to work fine. Remains to be seen, but in terms of excitement, I'm just, wow, over the moon that, we're going to have X-Plane 12 in the very near future, and I'm suspecting towards September, maybe, of this year is when we're going to have it released. September, October is my best guess. But then I could be completely off there. But that would be my guess based on the footage and some of the insider information that I have. X-Enviro. The ND map is Shift and F8. I think I have something else assigned, but there we go. How cool is that? So you can pop them all out. That's just great. So F8 is the CDU, Shift and F8 is the ND. That's perfect. That's perfect. How do developers usually get your criticism? Well, normally they get it either through the video. So when I do a review video, normally the developers would go and listen because they're interested in hearing what mainly content creators have to say about their add-ons. And I do understand that there is a huge responsibility on content creators to be very honest, to be very biased, because we tend to influence the decision of the general public on whether to purchase an add-on or not. Now, what I normally do is I point out things that I see And I let people kind of make that decision for themselves. I don't normally say don't buy or buy, and says I would recommend to buy. In my opinion, I think 1, 2, 3. And some people may disagree, and that's okay. But I think for developers, that's very important. And I think it places greater responsibility on myself to be very honest with you guys. Mr. Don, thank you for your continued support. 8 months being a member at the VVIP, at the QA Pilot channel. I thank you very much, sir, for your support. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. So, yeah, I think, do you use the ray tracing mod for X-Plane? Makes everything look so much better. No, I am not using the ray tracing mod. So I think it is a huge responsibility on content creators to be honest, to be unbiased. But then also, so when I normally give, and by the way, my criticism is always very constructive. You know, I do appreciate all developers. I respect their work. I respect what they do. I understand a lot of them actually do this for a living. So they don't actually, it's not a hobby for them. And this is actually what they do. This is their bread and butter. And so when I give my opinion and it is not favorable, I always state exactly why. And when the developer actually goes and takes this criticism and improves his add-on, then I come and bring it again on the channel, and you know, we point out, you know, what was improved, and whether this is now, you know, kind of works in terms of, you know, the price, and do I recommend it, not recommend it. And over a period of a very long time, I think this is how my subscriber base has been established. We're getting close to 58,000 subscribers on the QA Pilot channel. I want to thank you guys for your support. Really appreciate it. And hello there, my friend, Mr. Ketz. I cannot see Canoes per Ketz, something. I hope I said it correctly. But yeah, so and this is actually one of the aircraft that has been criticized by me quite constructively. And the developer has reached out and he said, look, you know, I have a new version that I'd like you to take a look at. And that's exactly what I've done. And I'll tell you, now this aircraft looks good, feels good, flies good. It's enjoyable. Its price is quite reasonable. It's currently on sale, by the way. So yeah, I mean, I think I do have the responsibility to come and show you guys that, yeah, this aircraft that I've criticized so very strongly in the past is actually at the point where I can now recommend it. And it looks fantastic, and new features keep popping in, and there are a lot of things I personally did not know about the aircraft, so my bad for not knowing the electronic checklist and the fact that you can pop these out, all that good stuff, you know, stuff that I didn't know. So so yeah, so I think enough said on that. And I think it's a wonderful aircraft. Let's take a look very quickly here on top of descent, about 42. If we take a look here, 41 nautical miles. So we're going to go to init reference, and we are going to select 30. I'm not sure if we need to add 5 to that. So I'm going to say 30, and I'm just going to say, actually, you can, I think, click there and click here, and that is set now. And the I believe we need to be at 6,000 is the platform altitude. Yeah, 6,000 is the platform or initial approach altitude at Salt Lake City. So we are going to go ahead and reset that to 6,500. And let's do this. And again. All right, let's just do the mouse wheel. And we're going to set this to 6,000. 6,000 is set. Perfect. Cap2 Pizza. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. And this is Some wing views for you guys. Just look at that wing. The curvature of that wing is great. You can tell we're approaching Salt Lake City now. Alright, let me show you guys on the map where we are. Let's see here. Let me bring this over here to you guys. Alright, so this is where we are. And this is Beehive, or yeah, that's Beehive. That's the final waypoint, or the final fix before landing at the runway. And this is, again, as you can see here, we need to be above 7,500 at Beehive, and we need to be at 6,000 as we approach between Banker at B Bravo November Kilo Echo Romeo, DME 7.5 at DME 7.5 from the final fix, the localizer. We need to be at exactly 6,000. By the way, the way I know above and below, if you see this number here, this line below the number, it means you need to be above, you need to be below if it's there, and if you see them both, you need to be exactly at that altitude. And then you can see the same in the FMC. So if you go to the FMC here, let's go here, and we go next. All right. So you see this here, it says 7,500A, it means above. And then if we go next, so 6,000, so this is exactly at 6,000. Then here, of course this is for go-around. So the go-around altitude, we need to go to 4,800 feet, and with a heading of 165 degrees. And of course then ATC will let us know what to do. Looks like, yeah, it's there, Stocko. It looks like you have all the headings 246, and then intercept 2502 Stocko. So you have your information there for go around in case we fail to land the aircraft. We are now very close to top of descent, and the aircraft will begin the automatic descent into our final destination today at Salt Lake City, Utah, and we are looking great. You can enter the estimated weight into the app page. Alright, let's go there, and let's see here. So, let's see the ILS. Approach. Right there. Econ, climb, cruise. Is it this page here? Or is it on the EFB? I really am not sure, Ricardo. So I don't need to register for the giveaway, right? No, you don't need to register, sir. You just need to stick around. Nathan, hello, my friend. And that is a fantastic looking view as we approach our destination, which is not too far now. I've heard bad things about the SSG, but it looks really good. Well, I'll tell you, whatever you've heard in the past was probably true. I will be very honest, but I will give a lot of credit to the development team at SSG for really improving this aircraft over the years, and to get it to a state where it looks fantastic, flies well. It's got a lot of features to help operate the aircraft, a lot of things I didn't know. So what did happen? MCDU. What happened here? I'm sorry. I'm not sure what happened, Ricardo. It looks like Streamlabs didn't like. I know you said MCDU init press. MCDU init press. Let's see here. VNAV menu. Approach. Man, there are a lot of things in this aircraft that I don't know about. Level up is this 737, yes. Opinion on the A380? Which A380? Program. Next page. Next page. I really am not sure. Alright, one thing I want to try. Let's see if this works. We're going to put a fix on runway. What is our runway here again? 16, right? So, let's see here. Let's say we try runway 16 right. Does that work? Nope. Let's try RW 16 right. And that doesn't work. How about 16 right? Ah, there we go. And we create 20 nautical mile range. Why does it say? Oh, I think we need the bearing as well. So, not sure if it created the circle or not. Doesn't look. It looks like, yeah, it did create it somewhere there. We'll check it out in a minute. All right, we're descending through 29,000 for 6,500. We are on the VNAV path. I just don't understand how one simmer had rain effect on this plane. I think it's got rain effect. Not sure if... Yeah. I'm not sure, honestly. Enter XSX/XX. Where do I enter that? Right here. Maybe he was using Xenviro that adds its own rain effect. Yes, it does. It adds, alright, so XXX. Right here? Ah, so we can clear it. Perfect. So, bearing 160. And 20. And it says invalid entry. Alright, let's just remove the fix for now. And we are descending through 26,000. Oh, just look at that. Monkey Plays, opinion on A380. Which A380 are you referring to, my friend? Librain only works for OpenGL and many devs are no longer using it. That is correct, but what you will really appreciate, Lois, is that Librain is going to be supported by default in X-Plane 12, so it's actually going to be part of the platform. So I think they've used that, they've integrated that, and it is actually very, very realistic. Librain, I believe, is the same guy from Hotstart or TorqueSim. I'm not sure. It's one of those companies, the same developer has done Librain, and it works perfect. It's just really fantastic, a fantastic add-on. Blackjack 62, the outside audio is skipping. Oh, sorry about that. Monkey Plays. No, I do not recommend that A380 by Riviere. I don't recommend it. No, don't spend your money there. It's not worth it. Right, we're looking good. Our altitude is good, 22,000 feet, and here's our turn. And by the way, we are now in the state of Utah, and this is just really some fantastic scenery, so we got to see this from the outside. And that looks absolutely gorgeous. Do a flyby. A little bit of clouds here as we approach Salt Lake City. Nothing too serious though. Decrease the range here a bit. Does this aircraft have a visual effect of fuel while I don't think so. Those textures look very good. Anyone having stuttering on the sound? Should be okay. We're going through some clouds now. And right after we land, we're going to dim the lights and just, beg your pardon, change the time of day and take a look at the night lighting. I have been to Salt Lake City once back in the 90s, very, very long time ago. And I've been to Colorado as well, very long time ago. And it was freezing cold, I remember. But my most recent visits to the States, one was in 2017, and the more recent one was in 2021. And the 217 spent mainly in California, mainly Los Angeles and Fresno, and then I've done Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, and then my last trip was mainly in New York and Florida. All right, transition altitude. Let's set the barrel reference. Let's see here, 32. Let's look at our destination here. The weather at Salt Lake City, 3024. 3024 is now set. And we continue our descent. Altitude is good, speed is good. Fully functional, the fuel dumping. Oh, is it? Oh, wow. Thanks for the info, Ricardo. Appreciate it. Let's take a look at the outside. Oh, come on. My mouse is acting up. There we go. Just look at that, folks. Beautiful aircraft. Now that is some view. By the way, that's what it, okay, here we go. Let's kill XP realistic there. We're approaching 10,000 feet now. And by the way, the airport is right there. So we're going to go all the way there and make a turn and come back. Exactly like we saw in our star into Salt Lake City. Here comes our approach into, man, I love Fork Boys orthos. They're just fantastic, really. So I think this is a good area to test the FPS. So what am I getting? I'm getting 40 solid since the beginning. So we're getting 40 FPS, and this is Mr. X's Salt Lake City. So it's an involved airport with orthos and the SSG 747, no problems whatsoever. So in terms of FPS, I think it's optimized. And I don't see any difference, by the way, in FPS when flying the SSG or the ZEBO. They're pretty much the same in terms of performance. Maybe a couple more FPS with the ZEBO than the SSG, but not by much. They're pretty similar in terms of their requirement for system resources. We're looking good. Alright, let's see here. Let's go to the Lex page. That's 11,000. And we can see the aircraft's retarding, and that's because we want to descend. So I'm going to just extend the speed brake here to help the aircraft reduce speed. We are shooting for 250 knots. That's the allowed speed below 10,000 feet. So we're just going to help the aircraft slow down and maintain our descent profile as we descend into Salt Lake City. Right, there we go. That's close enough. Disarm. And we are approaching 10,000 feet. Landing lights are on. By the way, we never did the descent checklist, but that's okay. Fine. Alright, let's extend the speed brake a little bit here. About 4,000 feet to go, so we are good there. Look at those contrails. absolutely beautiful looking aircraft. Right, we are at 900,800 for 6,000, and we are almost there now at our destination. So I'm going to set auto brake to number 2. I guess we can quickly go here and do select auto brakes, landing, approach briefing is complete, approach altimeters are set, and landing speed brake is should be armed. We'll worry about that once we make our turn, and on an intercept path we'll do the landing checklist, but we're good now. Sven, hello my friend, welcome. Lars, hello my friend, welcome to the stream. I haven't noticed that you're there. Welcome my friend. Now what we can do, as you can see, our VNAV profile is 250 knots, 240, 165, 147, and I'm going to keep it that way. Let's see if the aircraft actually manages the speeds correctly. If it doesn't, we can always go manual, but I do want to set our heading bug correctly at this point. And by the way, you need to maintain this. Normally, in normal operations, the heading bug is always kept in the direction of travel, like so. We are looking good. Oh, look at that. Well, thank you very much, my friend, for wishing us good luck on the landing all the way from Serbia. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Good evening, FB. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome. And that's our turn. That turn, I'm not sure this looks exactly right. I mean, I'm not sure why it's drawn this way. But it's alright. Should be able to figure. Looks strange. Just, I haven't seen anything like this before. Alia, hello my friend, and welcome to the stream. And ladies and gentlemen, we continue our descent to 6,000. A couple of thousand feet to go before we are at the approach platform altitude. And we are looking good. Let's take a look here at the FMS 250, 240, and we're going to maintain 240, I guess. So I'm going to actually start reducing our speed in just a little bit. As soon as we're done with our turn, I'm going to start reducing our speed. And we are going to keep it at about 145 knots should be fine, I think. If we go to the 145, yep, that should be fine. speed check, flaps 1. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, we go to VS, and we're going to select 1,000 feet per minute, and we're going to reduce our speed. There we go. And we're going to make sure our heading bug is set. There we go. Perfect. And now the airport is right ahead of us. And we're going to maintain 6,000 and reduce our speed. And you can see the glide slope needle has now appeared. And that's the localizer needle as well. So we're looking good. And once we are stable at 6,000, you can see the localizer needle has moved now. We're still a little bit, that's where we can engage approach, but we're looking good. Gregory says, for the next stream, I recommend a stress flight testing, GPWS alarm, VNAV testing, fuel transfer testing, holding the testing, other thing. Sure. Yeah, why not? We can go through the entire checklist. Why not? All right, we are now flaps 1, 207 knots. In fact, now that we have the localizer needle as well, we're going to go to flaps 5. So we're going to start reducing our speed. We're going to go to flaps 5. Speed check, flaps 5. And we can now go to approach. Localizer captured. And the airport is now right ahead of us. And we're going to maintain current speed and altitude. All right, landing checklist. Speed brake should be armed. Nope, that's not it. I think there we go. Auto brake is... Why is it not arming? Not sure why it's not arming. Alright, now speed brake is armed. And the runway is right ahead of us now. We're looking good. Oh, so looks like, oh, that's the turn, okay. All right, we are on final, ladies and gentlemen. Press 3 on the keyboard, then it is armed. Oh, really? Let's try that. 3. Doesn't seem like it's doing anything, but thanks for the tip. All right, so we're going to configure the speed ourselves, and I'm just going to make sure, again, the heading bug is set, just in case we need to do a go-around. And we're going to wait for the glide slope needle to be just 1 dot above the center, and then we'll lower the landing gear, go to speed 10, and then progressively reduce our speed to 145 knots. We are almost there. A beautiful approach into Salt Lake City. There's a key binding which, as far as I know, is the only way to arm it. To arm the speed brake is an actuator with arrows in the handle. Huh. Ah, there we go. Woohoo! There we go. Thanks for that, Ricardo. Appreciate it. Ah, all right. Got carried away. Landing gear is down. Speed check. We're going to go to flaps 10, reduce our speed to 164 knots or so. Actually, let's go to 145. We're coming in a little too fast. Slightly too fast, but that's okay. I think the aircraft will kind of correct itself. And we are not sure why we didn't get all right, I'm going to disengage the autopilot.
16 right.
Right, my aircraft. Kind of too late, but that's okay. You can always correct things. And welcome to Salt Lake City. Versers. Not sure if the reversers came out or not. I'm not sure what happened. Why is the brakes on? Well, the landing rate was, believe it or not, 29 FPM. 29 FPM. That was the landing rate. And we are now here at Salt Lake City. We've made it safely, and we're going to take a look at the replay. It was a bit fast, yeah, we came in a little fast, I agree. But we were able to recover. We are at taxiway Alpha 5. So what do you guys think of the SSG Boeing 747? I think it's fantastic. All right, we're coming up to, let's see here. I think there are a few parking spots there. But if we go further down, I think there are bigger spots right ahead of us, so we're just going to go there. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Salt Lake City. And we are now at Delta 6. Parking brake is set, and we can kill the fuel. Of course, we need to start the APU and all that good stuff. But let's go ahead now and take a look at our landing. Yeah. That's a bit too far. I think that's good. What a majestic aircraft. Wow, look at that view. You have got to admire the beauty of the Queen of the Sky, the Boeing 747. That was a buttery landing for sure. That was really cool, guys. I tell you, I really enjoyed that. Let's do that again. And maybe we'll do a tower view. One of the things I like about X-Plane is, oh, just look at how those engines, did you see that movement? Wow, that's great. That's great detail right there. I engaged the reverser. For some reason, it did not engage, so I'm sure I've done something wrong. But on an earlier flight, they did engage. I'm not sure. Maybe I. Oh, you know what? I think I pressed the wrong button, or I might have changed the mapping. But the landing rate was recorded at -29 FPM. Doesn't get any better than this, folks. Right on the center line, and the butteriest of landings ever on the channel, in probably one of the heaviest aircrafts. So I'm kind of really pleased with that. What do you guys think? Here, let's do another one with maybe a wing view. There we go.
Caution, terrain.
See that? You see that movement? The engine movement, that's very realistic, by the way.
Caution, terrain.
Make the this view is nice.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
That was just lovely. All right, well, what we can do is go to, let's say, drive up old. Will it work? Yeah. It should work. And by the way, it works with the automatic doors, so when all the ground handling equipment goes to the aircraft, the doors start opening. So we're just going to bring all the, again, for your viewing pleasure, we'll bring all the ground elements there and have them service the aircraft after our short flight from Denver, Colorado. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Thank you very much, Ricardo. Appreciate it. Textbook landing Q8, well done. Thank you very much, sir. You actually want to land between 100 and 200 FPM so that the auto brake system properly engages at VREF. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that's okay. It was a good... What is this falling down from the aircraft? What is that? Guys, see this? I'm not sure what this is. What is it? As if there is some sort of a, some sort of a leak. Huh. I'm not sure what that is. Strange. But there you have it. The aircraft is being serviced now. And what a beautiful looking aircraft. Folks, definitely the SSG Boeing 747 is an aircraft that enters into the list of recommended aircraft by the Q8 Pilot channel. It's a beautiful aircraft, a lot of fun to fly, quite actually more advanced than what I thought. Just by looking at the integrated automated checklist and all of the fuel dump, and you can actually pop all the stuff out. So in terms of usability, actually it is quite user-friendly as well. So yeah, definitely if you're looking for a 747, this aircraft will definitely bring hours of enjoyment to your flight simulation experience. And now the good stuff is, we are going to head over to Nightbot, where we are going to pick the 2 lucky winners. And the 2 lucky winners, once announced, will just need to send me an email at info@q8pilot.com. And please make sure that you provide me with... leak water discharge. Oh! Well, stops in... Oh, guys, that's... Oh, wow. Wow. Not waste disposal. It might be the water releases. Yeah, it's the water. That's what the what Ricardo just confirmed. Wow. That's cool. That's really cool, guys. I mean, the level of detail, again, I like those kind of small details. That's really cool. All right, so... for you guys entering the giveaway, please just make sure that you send me an email. Once I announce the winner, please send me an email to info@q8pilot.com. Please make sure that in the body of the email, you specify the email address associated with your Explain.org account so that Ricardo can give you the aircraft to that email address. So I'm going to give it just a little more time to build up the list of eligible users. Kind of Nightbot sometimes takes some time to build the list. Scotty Bob, hello, my friend. It's always been there. I've never actually seen it before. So yeah. So we're just waiting now for the list of eligible users, and you don't really guys have to do anything. You just have to be here with us in chat and be active in the stream, and then you should be able to be eligible to win. Nathan, hello my friend. Sean St. Clair, hello my friend, welcome. Santiago, welcome my friend. Is this plane better than what? It's a very good aircraft for X-Plane 11. If you are looking for a 747 and you're interested in doing long haul flights, then yeah, this is definitely one I would recommend at this point. And I think from this point forward, we can only see better and better things coming to this aircraft. By the way, SSG has also, I think, an Embraer range of aircraft as well, which are also very good. So yeah. All right, so folks, I'm gonna go ahead now and roll the giveaway. And let's see here. We have about 30 eligible users at this point in time. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna roll for the first winner is, here we go, 3, 2, 1, roll it. And the winner is Santiago Montoya. Santiago Montoya. Congratulations, my friend. If you are still with us in chat, please write a message so that I can get it here on Nightbot and verify that you're with us. Hey, Santiago, congratulations, my friend. You are a winner of one copy of the SSG Boeing 747 for X-Plane 11. First time you've won something in your life. Well, all I can say is congratulations, sir. I'm glad that you've won. I hope that it makes your day. Please send me an email immediately to info@q8pilot.com with the email address, with your email address that is associated with the X-Plane org store. All right, here we go. We're going to do another roll here. So 3, 2, 1, and roll it. And the next winner is HKK. HKK, are you with us in chat? Ricardo, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Really appreciate your presence, my friend. And thank you for all the hard work on the SSG Boeing 747. And thank you for the gracious gift to the Q8 Pilot channel subscribers. 2 copies of the SSG. Really appreciate your presence and your tutoring throughout the flight. I really appreciate it. HKK, congratulations, my friend. Seriously, sir, you have won. You have won. You got timed out and won. All right. So, yeah. So you have won here, and congratulations. If you can just please send me an email at info@q8pilot.com with the email address associated with your X-Plane org store. I think I've lost my voice completely now. But I'm very thankful for all of you guys, for your presence, for your support, for your kind words, and also for teaching me a lot of stuff on tonight's stream. I really enjoyed being on stream. I really enjoyed flying this SSG and landing it in style here at Salt Lake City, Utah. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Congratulations to the winner. And until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. And I will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.